Because of the U.S. government shutdown, the Labor Department did not report the number of new jobless claims last week, a key benchmark typically that comes out every Thursday. The monthly jobs report will also be delayed due to the shutdown. That was set to be released Friday and is all the more important given the recent slowdown in hiring, as you see there. Wall Street has not been hurt by the shutdown so far. The major indices closed today at yet more fresh records. Joining me now, Barron's senior markets analysis writer Paul LaMonica from New York. So, a couple questions for you. One is, do the markets have other ways of gauging where the job market stands? And of course, we had the private ADP report earlier in this week. Can they look for other indicators?
Yeah, there are a couple of other surveys that have come out recently regarding the labor market. One such survey actually painted a better picture, saying the jobs were added in the month. So that is in stark contrast to the gloomy numbers that we got from ADP, showing a contraction in the private sector in the labor market there. But I think, Jim, that right now, even without the weekly jobless claims and the monthly jobs report that should come out tomorrow, but won't be, investors are already betting that the economy and the labor market in particular is weakening enough that the Federal Reserve is likely to cut interest rates again at the end of this month and probably one more time in December. And I think that's why you're seeing the stock market at all-time highs.
Senator Warren, she's called for Trump to release the report despite the shutdown because the data has already been collected, might even be in a final draft form. I mean, is that true? Could he just release it anyway?
I don't think that they will release it. I'd imagine that there would be some political ramifications if that were to happen in the midst of this shutdown. But yes, the survey was done already. There is no kind of logistical reason why we couldn't have a release of those jobs numbers. But given the shutdown, it seems unlikely that those numbers are going to come out tomorrow morning or anytime in the next few weeks, depending on how long this shutdown lasts.
And listen, Trump attacked job numbers he didn't like. Perhaps it might depend on what the job numbers show. I do want to ask you a question about Tesla. It reported a recent spike in sales, which was expected to some degree because folks were buying before the government tax credit was expiring. But the shares went down anyway. I mean, is that an indicator that this was a short-term bump and what is a longer-term decline in Tesla sales?
It's possible that investors are still nervous about Tesla's sales going forward, in part because of some of the moves that Elon Musk made earlier in this year to kind of align himself politically with the Trump administration via Doge. But I think the bigger issue is that Tesla has shown signs of rebounding in China as well as the U.S., and the stock had just been really beaten up. At one point earlier this year, it was the worst, quote unquote, Magnificent Seven stock of the year. And now it's come roaring back. So if you take that view of Tesla's stock having surged in the past month and week, I think the pullback today is just kind of that healthy sell on the news type of phenomenon that we often get with high-flying stocks, as opposed to an indicator of bad news.
Paul LaMonica, thanks so much.
Thank you.